You know, I'd like to discuss something that I've mentioned it in the past, but I think now with the pandemic and the children may be reevaluating their desire to go to four-year colleges, maybe for whatever reasons, I think we should begin to stress more opportunities, for kids to go into apprenticeships, into building trades, or other type of apprentice opportunities here in Chicagoland. And I've been in contact with about 5 different groups and organizations and unions over the past 2 weeks, all very favorable conversations. And I think, college isn't for everybody. And, I think we have great opportunities here to be able to help kids who, through no fault of their own, elect not to go to college. And what I'd like to do is have a focus on, trades or some type of career readiness opportunities. And I'd like to spearhead that with the contacts on the outside. Maybe we put something up on our website, more like informational stuff. I think there's opportunities out there, and I think it would be a great asset to have. And I'm not saying it's not happening right now with the counselors, but I think I'd like to put more of a focus on that, on searching for these opportunities. And all the feedback that I've had so far, has been extremely favorable from all the different representatives, the Chicago Building Trades, Cisco, some other local unions, and they're more than willing to come here, and put on, like, they can do Zoom type introductions or info meetings, stuff like that. And I think, we probably should start looking at kids maybe as young as sophomores or juniors, and not wait until kids are, in first year or second year, senior year. Things have changed, dramatically for just about everybody on the planet. And I think if we have something, we start planting seeds for those, who don't go to college, we can offer them something, offer them a path for a career. And again, I'm not saying we're not doing that right now, but I'd like to focus on that and try to, offer some ideas. And
Dr. Freitas and I can meet with Miss Augustine, and I know we did a year or two ago, we did a career fair, but maybe we can expand that and some of the suggestions you're offering. And so let Hector and I work, we'll put that on our list to talk about with Miss Augustine, and then we can loop you in and work through you and your contacts. And
yeah, because I think the career days are great, but those are one and done. And
right.
I'd like to have something more consistent and start planting the seeds, to make it more of a permanent
okay.
Reminder for all of us.
I'd like to add to that. We do we go to the career and college and career webpage, and it's very detailed how to apply for college. We are very, very good at it. And to navigate through the apprenticeship is not necessarily an easy thing. And it might be even harder if your home doesn't, isn't fluent in English, right? So I think there's an opportunity for us to really help navigate that process. We do a really great job of navigating through. College applications can be complicated. The apprenticeship application is no less.
Well, I think too, it's
so I think there's
this isn't de-emphasizing college. It's putting more emphasis on the groups that, again, through no fault of their own, may not want to go to college for whatever reason. And at the very least, we can be able to offer them a pathway, a career pathway. And apprenticeship opportunities, you might pay an application fee, but you earn while you learn. And so I think we should expose, the men and women, to these opportunities. And I've got a phone call into the Chicago Women in Trades to try to get them, to come out here and see if they can talk to some people, talk to interested females, if they have any interest in getting into the trades. So there's a lot of different things that we can do, and I think it's, there's plenty of partners that are more than willing to come in and talk to us and tell us about their story, what they can do for us. And I'd like to see them start coming in.
All right, well, this is an additional discussion. So normally we would discuss this at the end of the agenda, or are we doing this?
Well, we seem to have
Right, yeah.
been doing it now.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I mean, we could come back to it if you.
Nope.
Well, we can add it to, it's additional, we
Well,
can
yeah,
add it to
it
next, we
usually-
can add it to the cow, we can add it to.
No,
No, it
at the
usually
end of the
then
agenda is where
goes
we discuss these.
to number 11. Like, you say it at 6, it goes to 11. It's not a big deal. I was just gonna,
Yeah, there are two, so we might be confused. There's the topics for future discussion, where you get more information and bring in staff. And then there's the adding something that you want to discuss specifically today that didn't make it on the agenda today. So
Okay.
was that what you wanted to discuss today?
This
I
is for
think
the
I've
future.
said what I wanted to say. I'd like for it to be an open conversation moving forward.
Would you like it like on a future, like when
Yes.
Tom introduced bringing on our student members? That was a future topic, and then we, started working towards that.
Yeah, and I'd be happy to make arrangements, if we want training coordinators, representatives from the different building trade unions or organizations to come out here and speak, at the board meeting, or get them here during the day to speak to, the counselors. Yeah, that's what we really want to work with, the counselors and the admin. And I'm confident they're fully aware of these opportunities, but I think, I think now more than ever, the kids that are not going to college, do not plan on going to college, need our help.
I think what we could do is allow Hector and I to go back, especially Hector, to work with Ms. Augustine and the counselors, figure out what we are currently doing, what could be improved upon, work with you, and then as a future agenda item, we could bring back a presentation and some things we would like to do, or
Yeah,
Others can grow.
please,
I think that's great.
I want to make certain that, this isn't an indictment that things are not being done. That's not the point of this conversation, what I'm bringing up. It's just to try to put more focus on this and have more discussion, as a board in the community for this opportunity.
well, that's what I was gonna say is like, last year, a year ago, right, we were having discussions like this about choices for kids and, right, and then the focus changed. But it's time, now that we're stable and we see a light at the end of the tunnel, it's time to start talking about these things again. So I appreciate your hard work. We want to be able to give kids choices while they're here, and we want to be able to prepare them. I mean, the whole job, right, that they're here is to prepare them for their future. They are either in the workforce or they're entering the workforce for a full-time job, and we
Well,
need
I
to be
think
looking
it'd
at
be
those opportunities, right?
Great, for all of us here, if we were able to place kids into a trade or some type of career-ready opportunity, and they can look back and say, thank you, the people of RB, thank you, Riverside Brookfield High School, for exposing me to this opportunity that I may not have been aware of previously. And, I think little things like that, I pledge my support, spend as much time as needed to help kind of shepherd that if needed, or whatever is needed.
So, Dr. Skinkis, Kylie also had been working on an internship program.
Correct.
For credit over the summer. That I
correct, it is
think-
in our curriculum
It's in our curriculum guide that, so Bill.
I think this is a little more slated towards the trades, and actually,
Okay.
if I'm hearing you correctly, if you want, with the exception of the career fair or the day we brought in the trades,
Yeah.
and Dr. Freitas and I will work on this again. I think this is just an
Yeah,
additional.
trades,
I think the
machinists.
concern is, though, after that day, you can go online and still find stuff on the website where that would help with more college application process and some things. They want to, I think you're looking to expand so that kids have a contact person, and we have some contacts established, so if a kid comes in 5 weeks after a career fair and says, I want to get into a plumbing trade, or I want to go into.
Oh, exactly.
Right, we have a contact set up at Student Services that could then reach out to your contacts that you help us establish.
Yeah, and help them
Exactly.
navigate that
I
process.
want to make sure
Because
that,
they
the
come to
parties get together.
to the counselors and they
It's
say,
Not just a name.
how do I do
Right,
this?
I think we can report out on this in a few weeks, give us some time to work on this
Yeah.
with Student Services, and then we can come back as a future agenda item and have Ms. Augustine and talk
You know,
about it.
another thought, kind of related yet separate, I'm not sure however you want to look at it, but there's a lot of RB alum who own businesses, whether it be in the area or, in the area. And that's a potential area to tap as far as see if they can be open to having internships.
Well, that's where the intent was with the internship. It's in our summer
Okay.
curriculum, is that if they could get a summer internship to work with some of our RB alum or.
Okay.
Yes, so we do have that already established in the curriculum guide. But this summer was the first summer for that, and we had the COVID pandemic, so. But I think we need to advertise that a little more. I hear you loud and clear, and let Hector and I work on this a little bit. We'll get back to you at a future meeting. Okay?
All right.